Okay, Coach, opening statement on today's 32-19 win over Abilene Christian.
Yeah, just a really fun night for the Lumberjacks, and really excited about the win. Just for this program, what it means for Lumberjack football, but even more importantly for those seniors. Just to send them out right. That's a very special senior class. They've been with us for a good while, most of them, and a lot of them had their degree and came back to finish their career here, and just send them out with a big W over a conference champion playoff team. That was a lot of fun, and the guys had great energy throughout the game. Our sideline, they had a great week of practice. These guys we've had some rough luck this year, and just been punched in the gut a few times, and they just always answered the bell each week in practice, and each week on the gridiron there on Saturdays, and it was no different tonight, and that was really special. It's a great bunch. They were fun to coach. I love these guys. Got a special culture here right now, and I love to send them out with a W. Credit Abilene Christian, a really good football team, and they will make some noise, I hope, in the playoffs. I think they've sure got a chance. Conference champion, and Coach Patterson's done a really good job with that bunch. But our guys came out and played wire to wire. We're in control of the game, and just really good to see them get that W.
Turn over to the media.
Yeah, Coach, obviously, big night tonight. Obviously, special teams was a huge part in today's game. Had obviously the blocked punt, after that first 3 and out, and then on top of that had the coffin corner kick in the first quarter to set up that safety. So kind of go into how much of an emphasis special teams was this week, and obviously in the game today.
Well, we've gotten better and better throughout the year with special teams, and combined all facets of it. I think we were 7th in the country this week. So it was good to see that W, or shooting that block. Anytime you block a punt, you got a good chance to win. I've never seen a team punt the ball twice in one play. So 25 years of coaching, that was a new one for me. And so, but that was really set up a short field and got a touchdown to LeVar Lindo. Good to see him get that one. And the defense had a safety there after a very tight punt. Callum Eddings, the punter from down under. What a mate he is. 46 yards again. He's been really special. 3 of them 50-plus yards, 4 of them inside the 20. What a weapon he was. So he really did a nice job for us all year. He was a senior, one year player for us. His family was here from Australia, so they got to see him put on a show. But it was special teams across the board. Had some big hits on field goal. They got a hand up on that 54-yarder or 55-yarder of Campos, and I hated that because he needed one more to go into second place. And I was going to call timeout at the end of the game and kick one more, but I couldn't get word back over to their coach, and I didn't want to seem like a sorry, sport kicking a field goal as time expired. So we just let it go. But my goodness, Chris Campos, hometown hero, El Cabrito, as we call him, the GOAT. And his career ended tonight, and he was a Jim Dandy. So I'm going to miss. He's been here at every practice I've been here since we started in fall of 19. So we're going to miss him along with several other seniors.
Yeah, Coach, and kind of go into a little bit more on the emotions that you had and these seniors had on senior day. Obviously, you already talked about Chris, and Jermaine was just in here. So kind of go into a little bit more on that today.
Yeah, just a special group, especially, they had a few more seniors on defense and special teams than we did offensively. And that's also, I hate to see them go, but what's really exciting is we were, won 7 ball games this year, had 4 others that we were a play away. A lot of times, you say a game comes down to 3 or 4 plays. We're 4 plays away from being 11-1, and that's exciting. It's frustrating, but it's exciting about the future because we only have really one senior that's starting on offense right now. That's Quaylen, and got a heavy, deep running back room. So, that's exciting about the future. We played so many guys on defense, had some really good seniors, especially in the back end, Jermaine Brown, JoJo Cotton there at the linebacker room. So those guys will be tough to replace, but we have so many with so much experience that rolled through there on the number 1 defense in the conference. And so the future's really bright. I hate to see these guys go. I know some of them didn't finish. They've got more football left in them. Got a couple of those guys that will play on, get a chance to play on Sundays, and B.J. Thompson was here today, so it was good to see him. So he'll have some company, he and Xavier and JFM next year with, a couple of those guys. So it's going to be fun to watch their careers that play on. It's going to be fun to watch some of these guys. That's what I was telling everyone of them if I could find them there. That's why I was late to the press conference. But, 5 years from now, 15 years from now, 30 years from now, these guys are going to be some special alums and fathers and husbands, and just there's a lot of success and a lot of good times ahead in their lives. Neat group.
Yeah, of course, Coach. And obviously, you talked about the offense, a lot of a really bright future there. It was first year for offensive coordinator Chris Ross. How have you kind of seen this offense grow from the offseason, from when he was hired to, after this game?
Oh, that's what, better look out, because it's fixing to get very offensive around here. And I say that, because we're 11 months into this offense, and really and truly about half those guys out there playing got here in May. And so we're really about 5 or 6 months into it. And to see where we were at, before Sam got hurt, we were leading the nation in scoring offense. Sam was leading the nation in touchdown passes and passing efficiency. And that's flying pretty high right there early into, this new offense that we've got going. And so having a full off season and being able to recruit to it with another high school class and a couple transfer classes, with everybody coming back, everybody in that O-line room returns, and they're going to be bigger, faster, stronger. That was where we were so inexperienced, and we weren't able to maybe run the ball as well as we wanted to at times, and I think you're going to see that improve. But I think the sky's the limit there offensively. You saw defensively what we were able to do this year, from last year to this year with just some cohesion and sticking together and not having so much turnover. I think you'll see the same steps taken on offense, and they're top 10, top 12 right now in just about every category. So really excited about the future on both sides of the ball. So the sun always shines on the Lumberjacks. I say it was shining today, and it looks good for the future.
Yeah, Coach. And then, obviously with Sam being out, Gavin coming in, I feel like he had his best game of the year. Obviously short sample size, but had his best game of the year tonight. How do you feel like you've seen him grow throughout these past couple of weeks in this starting role?
Exactly like we thought he would. And if you think back to the start of the season where Sam was in North Texas and then McNeese and then to Northern Colorado, and just the steps he took and was getting got so much better through those first 3 games. I thought you saw the same thing with Gavin, just a redshirt freshman. You see, why he led all Greater Houston in passing and just – I thought got better each week. I didn't think we did a good job with our supporting cast and maybe even as coaches, kind of having him ready. Not having him ready, but people got to step up when you lose a piece like Sam. We needed some guys to step up there 2 weeks ago and even a little bit more last week that didn't, and probably had to put a little too much on him. But he got better each week, and I think you see how bright his future is here. Comes from great family, and he is a competitor. And so that quarterback room is, saw Dalton make some big plays this year for us as well. So we got a really good room there in that quarterback room, and Coach May does a great job with them. So future looks pretty solid there.
Coach, the coming into the game like this, where you're not playing for going into the playoffs or anything like that, but you're looking for incentive. Playing a team that's won a conference championship and going to the playoffs, your defense came out quickly and set the tone. Is that something you like for them to do each week? And how does that go into the off season and heading into next year?
Yeah, that defense has been unbelievable all year long. I think they ended up giving up about 17 points a game, 16 points a game, by far and away. Hands down, the number 1 defense in the Southern Conference. They did a great job today. Should have had a shutout at halftime. We give up a 50-yard punt return. We misfit a 3rd and 20, and then have a defensive penalty. It's the only reason they scored 6 there that first half. So they did a great job, like you said, setting the tone for the whole game. And you saw you saw them break the wheel on the other sideline. Those guys were like, okay, let's go to the playoffs. Let's get this one over with, because they were hitting and playing so fast. And again, Coach Moots, Coach Warren, our defensive staff, those guys have done a terrific job with that group. and I think they're going to be even better in the future. So it was fun to watch them all season long. I hate that it's over because they seem to get better each week.
How does a team that experiences injuries and has to have other guys step up, how does that help your program in a good way in the long run, heading into next year, because you've got guys that have come in and played where they might have not done that this year?
No, that's a great point, and we felt like we had a talented team. Obviously, we had some new things going in on offense, and coming off of a rough year last year, but I mean that's where everybody came back. We didn't have a bunch of people running in the portal, and they came back, and just the chemistry in this room and that locker room is so special, and we didn't have very good luck, and I know there's things I could have done different, and we could have called different, and every coach is going to say that, but you look at some of the Hail Mary and the air fumble through the end zone at McNeese. You look at, Southeast, we had 3 DBs out, top receiver, top running back, lost on the last play of the game to a playoff team. Commerce, we're going up 21-3, instant replay, blows it, conference reprimand, suspends the guy, doesn't help us. If we go up 21-3 there, that may have changed the past 2 weeks. And so, I mean, that's what I love about this team. And football emulates life. Has life been fair for you, John? No, it's not. Life ain't fair. And sometimes life punches you right in the gut, and you got to get back up and just keep putting one foot in front of the other. And this team did that every single week. They never pointed fingers. They never felt sorry for themselves. They kept getting better week in, week out. So we ended up with 7 wins. Most wins we've had since 21. When ended up in the playoffs. I think this is a playoff team. I think they showed it tonight. That's a conference champion that was they were trying to secure a bye in the home game, and we put it to them. And so I think to answer last year's question, going in the offseason with all those guys that got reps, lost their starting quarterback, Gavin comes in, losing Blaine Green, losing Quaylen, and all the guys that stepped up throughout on both sides of the ball, they just have so much more confidence and momentum going into the offseason. And we saw what we were able to do, kind of embracing that East Texas tough, having that red dirt mindset. We do that again next year. I think we can double our win total. I mean, I think this is. We got to work. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to be given to us. We do a good job recruiting. We do a good job off season preparation, coaches, players, everybody getting behind this program. I think we can have double-digit wins and be playing into December. I mean, that's going to be the goal next year, and I think this win helps springboard that.
Lumberjacks head into the offseason on an amazing high, knocking off the 12th ranked Abilene Christian Wildcats 32-19. Coach, thanks for the time.
Been a fun year. Axum.